Want to know why folks on Section 8 and public housing and welfare? Well, guess what? We live in the state of Texas. And here in the state of Texas, they have a problem at will law. And it say you can fire anybody or hire anybody you want, especially if you're a racist. You can hire anybody of the same race as you are, just as long as you don't mention it. Okay? That's the reason why. And they said except for your race, your gender, orientation, your religion, and all the other stuff, right? But when you apply for a job, how do you know this is gonna be for racist situation gonna happen? How do you know they're gonna be discriminated? Because they ain't even gonna call you a nigger or a WICK or SPIC in front of your face. They're not gonna say they hate faggots or anything else, or they hate Catholics or Jews or anything else. So one might quit Muslims. So why a disability? Why did that law still exist when you have a lot of minorities on welfare? And I know you can have like, well, I have a job and these niggers don't have a job. Excuse me, those who are Hispanic, who are poetry minded, not all Hispanics. Truth of the matter is you get paid lower wage than call your white counterparts, so don't try to make that argument because I ain't trying to get no low wage position. First of all, as a multiracial person of African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, or American descent, my idea is to have a high wage position, CEO position. So fighting my Latino brother or sister for a small wage position, a low wage position that shoe shining, picking any type of, clean the masses draw shit, janitor, no, hell no. I'm not one of them folks. I think high and above, I think big. So I'm not one of them folks that's one of your Coco Black friends who sit here and want to live low, stay low, and live in ghetto and think they're having a good times like the show when I want to live like the Jeffersons, dumb idiot. So therefore, that art doesn't run with me. Truth of the matter is, you'll say, well, on welfare. Well, I didn't ask to be on welfare. I have some college. I have a Job Corps certificate. I want to be on the higher range. So why every time I put application to get a higher position, I get denied? Maybe because I look black to people, even though I am multiracial, or either I check the boxes that along with my claiming mixed heritage, because I know those who classify themselves as purely black, ain't purely black, dark, or like whatever. Y'all do get positions. Those who don't, like myself, who say I'm multiracial. So therefore, you do have a little privilege card here and there, but you get treated like shit, and you try to tell folks like myself to adapt to it, which makes a lot of sense. Because with an employer will law, the person can fire and hire. That means they can treat you like shit. You'll be the non-sexual abuse. Let's say non-sexual but abuse employee, like the Harvey Weinstein situation, like those who, Russell Simmons and Albert Bennett and Charlie Sheen, all the rest of them Hollywood folks who mistreat people in prestige, positions. You are the ones who getting treated like shit for a paycheck, which makes you wonder why you get money, but you like going to a job getting treated like shit. Where's your integrity? You ready to lose a job? I would love to have a job that has no drama. And I think it's sad that you're not looking at that situation, because people are successful in life when they make money, when they're happy, not when they're distressful and certainly feel depressed and all the other stuff. Of course, there'll be tension on the job and fights and arguments. There's nothing professional about that position. Okay? So you want to talk at me because I refuse to be dehumanized for a paycheck. Then that's okay. I should be a prostitute or be prostituting people or be a pimp or sell drugs if my integrity, it doesn't matter to you. It says a lot about who you feel about yourself. Now, why I say cause welfare, and because someone like me who has a strong mind personality, who want to work to the best of knowledge, the best of my ability and knowledge for a company, who want to do well on a job and actually be happy at a job. I don't want to be distressful and have shitty ass situation happening at me, excuse me. But no, it's folks like you who want to see me in a situation because I'm lower than dirt. Remember, I don't look like my Caucasian ancestor. So that's the whole reason why they want to yell, scream, berate, and mistreat me. You have minorities cooning, doing the same thing to me, which your lies don't matter to me when you do it to me. It doesn't. My life don't matter to you when you mistreat me, because remember, if you're going to go biblical, and I know I'm cursing, love is not a criteria ruled on bruit over injury in St. Paul said in 13 of Corinthians, right? If you didn't read that, then it's not my fault. Also tells you to correct in kindness in 2 Timothy chapter 2, 24, 26. So my question is to you, if you're doing this out of love and you're trying to be right, why are you being critical and rude, and why are you not correcting kindness? It shows that you're a vegetable wolf in sheep clothing, or you want to defend the wolfish club behavior and not be like the A2 of Psalms 3 and 4. You know different than your evil counterparts because you're trying to defend them and hurt the victims like myself who don't want to be a victim. Because I don't put an application to be a victim. I put an application to be contributing to society so I can work and depend on myself and be self-sufficient. But when you see a strong-minded person who have integrity in themselves, you want to dehumanize them for a paycheck, and that's why they end up being on welfare and food stamps and then on Section 8 when really that's not their dream. See, we live in a state of Texas. I know if I was in New York City where there's labor unions, I'd probably be successful in New York. But unfortunately, when you have people who want to see people be miserable just like they are, misery loves company, they want to keep that law there. That's the whole reason why it's still here. And that's why I say that the employment at will law cause folks to be on welfare and food stamps. So those who keep bitching and moaning about food stamps and welfare and your money, taxpayer money going to these people, then ask your taxpayer money people, the Congress, your president, and everyone else to get rid of this law so we will be productive members of society. So because I do have a job, let it be known. So we'll have a just wage job and have mutual respect between employer and employee, so it would not be no drama, so we can get along and do business and hopefully have a prosperous lifestyle at the end of the day. And trust me, you will have to worry about folks on welfare and food stamps and crime and everything else. But people are too shallow to get rid of that, and that's why I keep on complaining about a situation that you love to cause and be contribute to. That's all I have to say.